Breathe easy.
Quality is actually good.
Oh, so that's the actual water?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh,
just
shit.
The labeling will change.
Oh, shit. Yo, what's good? Motherfucking Breathe Easy. It's your girl T True. And today we got a big hitter in the building. My nigga.
Formerly known as QWENCH, but now known as Simply Ray.
Oh, ain't no more QWENCH?
That's the guy that don't want to know.
Oh, that's facts. And I know. This the big homie. But QWENCH would have went good because everybody, this nigga got some fucking water. His own fucking water. And QWENCH would have been good because water quenches your thirst.
Well, I want to separate the past life from the new life, because the past life left the history. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to associate that past life with the corporate world.
So tell us a little bit. Tell the people a little bit about the past life.
Well, the past life, I was married to the streets, and I didn't plan on cheating on her for nothing at all,
Mm-hmm.
And she was not faithful and sent me to prison.
Okay.
18 years of my life.
18 years.
Sat in prison 18 years, and I sat and calculated the money I was making and divided it with the minimum wage of that time, and realized I was really making nothing compared to the 18 years that I served.
Mm-hmm.
So, I sat in there and I plotted. I said, when I get out, I just got to find a new drug that everybody's addicted to. So
that's facts.
Behold, Maji Spring Water, all natural.
So Maji Spring Water, what does Maji mean?
Maji's water is Swahili. So I picked that name because nowadays you have all these companies and waters with different funny names,
mm-hmm.
and extra additive where in the street is cut.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Maji, when you purchase and drink Maji, you drink it pure simple water. No cut, no chaser, no what do you call that? Fluorine, chloride, and all the other stuff that they add into the waters.
This is just
natural spring waters. No reverse osmosis.
Okay.
That's all you get is
this nigga know this shit too. Reverse osmosis.
Well, you gotta know your product.
So, okay, how did this come about? How did Maji Spring Water come about? Where did it start, and who's behind it? Maji
is an accidental venture. As we look, we seeing the signs of the time where food shortages, water shortages, shortage on everything,
mm-hmm.
Shortage of breath.
Mm-hmm.
So I started to prepare. Me and my younger brother, we decided that we're gonna prepare for if time comes there's no water. So instead of going to the stores and buying somebody else's water, we say, hey, listen, let's go find a pure form of water,
mm-hmm.
bottle it, and just store it for the future. Well, people will come by to stop by the office and they'll see the water, like, hey, you guys selling water? Like, nah, we're not selling water, that's just, for our personal use.
Right.
And they will drink it and they'll be like, wow, the quality is magnificent.
Yeah.
Like, you guys should sell it. So and that's how it started off like that. People just wanted to buy the water that we have for personal use. And everybody loves the quality of the water. It's actually very good quality.
That is dope as fuck, because right now, like you said, it's a shortage of everything, and entrepreneurship is like the way to go.
Yeah, and that's one thing with COVID. A lot of people look at it as, oh yeah, COVID made this. Man, listen, when I look at COVID, I see people doing a lot better than they was before COVID.
Yeah.
I see young entrepreneurs, they turn around, they establish it for themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
because they had to. Because this COVID shit made a lot of people lose their fucking jobs, their livelihood, all of that. So it's like niggas had to fucking think, like, what the fuck can I do if something like this was to happen again, where I'll be stable?
Right. So that's why
people always need water.
It's an opportunity. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Some people take the opportunity. Some people, they decide, you know what, I'm gonna just collect the free money. Some people decide, I'm gonna take this free money, I'm gonna turn it to everlasting. You know what I'm saying? So
just like you said, another drug that people are addicted to. So you get that free money, flip that shit, and something legal.
Right. And Maji Spring Water.
This was born.
And also, like, when I was sitting, I was trying to, think, like, what can I do that's going to keep me out of prison but put me back into the standard that I'm used to living.
Right.
So I started coming up with different businesses. I opened up a cleaning business in 2018 in Central Florida. That's going well for itself.
So what's the cleaning business name?
Decorum Cleaning.
Decorum Cleaning?
Yes, it's commercial residential cleaning.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
That's you should incorporate the two. Somehow figure out a way to incorporate them.
Sometimes it's not good to put all your eggs in one basket.
No, not really put them all in one basket, but just, so that the name, is like a brand. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Actually, if you see, this water's owned by Tillerman Holding. Mm-hmm. And Tillerman Holding actually owns everything else that's under. This is its own separate entity.
Right.
So Tillerman Holding owns Maji, also owns the Decorum.
Okay.
And it also owns a couple of local tax offices that you guys frequent on a regular basis.
Excuse me. Prisoner turned businessman. Now, we got some stories.
Yeah, we have some stories. You included.
We got some stories. We got some history. And I know that you used to be a bad boy.
Yeah, I think we all got a little bad boy, and some of us just took it to the extremes.
Right.
Some of us just know our limits.
So, would you say that going to prison changed that, or had a lot to do with you becoming this business mogul?
Yeah, I have to say that. In a way, it was already in me. Mm-hmm. It's just that I didn't respect the boundaries of legal and illegal. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we feel that we can straddle the fence, like, okay,
right.
But in the end, if the police don't get you, RS gonna get you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just took that energy and just, let me put it somewhere that in the end I could actually leave a legacy that's not gonna hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? Children, they have something.
Right.
Family, nieces, nephews, they have something.
Legit.
That legitimate, that they can, build from or have. They don't have to start from the bottom like we did.
Right.
So it actually did change my perspective.
So at what point in your prison sentence would you say that like the light bulb switched and you was like, you know what? Fuck this mentality. I need to do something real.
The day the handcuffs went on.
Really?
Yeah, the day the handcuffs went on, and I realized no matter how much money you have in your pocket, they say no bond. And I'm sitting in the courtroom, and I'm looking at these businessmen coming into the courtroom and have worse charges than I do, and they're walking out. And the judge like, yeah, he don't have to come to court. And their lawyers just come to court like, yeah, my client's in the Bahamas right now getting married. Can we stay about 3 months? And I'm sitting there like, this guy got ridiculous charges, worse than mine, but you won't even give me a bond.
Money talks.
It wasn't even money, because you can have money and still it's you being an asset to the community.
Do you think it's a black and white thing?
Of course, we know that. Mm-hmm. But as an asset to the community, if you're feeding the community, they'll look at you like, well, you know what, he did this. You still gonna get something out of him.
Right.
But at the same time, he's an asset. You become an asset. They need you.
Right.
So we have to make ourselves assets, not just, we here, we have money, because guess what? Everybody have money.
Okay.
What separates you from you having money and not having money? Because you have plenty of people with money, fool's money shall soon depart.
Okay. Say that again one more time for the people.
Fool's money shall soon depart.
All right. Y'all heard that? Hey! Preach! So, what do you plan on, where do you plan on taking this? Like, all your whole Tillerman Holdings and all that, where are you trying to see this business in the next 5-6 years?
Oh, that's too long.
Too long?
Yeah, that's too long.
So 2-3 years?
Nah, I'm looking at next
year.
A year. So
where are you trying to take it? Where are you trying to be?
A year from now, I'm gonna have all the big companies chasing this brand and wanting to buy me out. So that's a year from now, and I look at a year from now, I'll be living like I'm on vacation every day.
So what's one company that you would be like, this is what I need to try to buy my business?
Oh, we have Coca-Cola, we have Nestle. Nestle buy everybody's water. As long as you're doing something, they come because they want the money.
Right.
So, I'm just attracting the big fish,
So right now, where can people purchase this water?
Oh, right now we're working on distribution. This is actually the promo bottle.
Right.
The official bottles will be out later on in December. We're already in a couple of vegan spots.
That's
like
what's up.
2 corner stores around the city.
Hey.
And we're working on in Atlanta, Georgia, some stores in Atlanta, Georgia, and waiting back from Chevron to actually get back with me for my water to be shelved. So
that is big.
Yeah. So that's what I've been working on. I took I don't know, Tigger had the magic. I took a picture with Tigger and posted on Facebook. And the very next morning, 2 magazines called me. You know, yesterday around 4 o'clock, I was being interviewed by a magazine. You know.
Really? Yeah. So what magazine was that?
Back to Eating, and I think it was the other one is Woman Up Today. And they interviewed me, and when they found out that I was in prison, they, for some reason, it motivated them to want to interview me even more.
Right.
Because, you know, I only been out of prison, 7 months now.
And that's it?
That's it. So they trying
I
to
thought it was longer than that.
No, only 7 months. So they want to figure out how this guy just got out of prison 7 months, and you know, and he's able to do this, and they have people in society that they're unable to progress.
Well, that's why I said like entrepreneurship is the shit right now, because it's a lot of people that once you have that convicted felon or you have that stamp on you, nobody don't want to fuck with you. You know what I mean? So it's like you got to create your own lane. You know what I mean? And I feel like
it's 2 ways. I agree with that to an extent. I say that because I recently had an experience where I say, you know what, I want to get into the trucking industry. So I went to a school because I want to, anything I'm doing, I want to have the hands-on before I go into the business. So I went to this particular school, and because of my record, they said, hey, you know what, you know, give us some more time, and they turned me away. So I went to a technical school, and it was like the waiting list was so long, and I told them, like, listen, I'll pay for it out of pocket. You know, they was like, well, you know, the waiting list is long. So I found a school, it's a known school, and started going to, I was going to pay for it. And somebody told me, hey, listen, you know, you don't have to pay for that. You can get the government to pay for it.
Yeah, grant.
You know, just because I got out of prison.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Right. So it's a lot of things that applies to people in that situation, and they don't know.
That people don't even know about.
Because they don't research. It's just like now everybody, they learning how money moves because of COVID.
Right.
You know, what they call it now, scamming is what they call it?
Yeah.
They just now learning how money moves, but the government been doing it.
Okay.
The longest. You know what I'm saying?
The politicians and shit.
They've been doing it.
Yeah.
So it's just knowing how to go about it, that's not going to land you in jail. And they actually paid for me to go to school just because I got out of prison. No other reason.
What's up?
Yeah. So I know a lot of jobs, they be like, well, you know, you've been to prison. That's not the case nowadays, because a lot of companies, they hire people just because they got out of prison. They get paid to do it.
Well, yeah, some of them.
A lot of them. A lot of them.
Because my boyfriend works for Publix warehouse.
Oh, they always hire people out of prison.
Well, they did at one point, and then they stopped doing that. Well, the thing about it is they'll hire you out of prison, but you have to be in that work release program. Right. You can't be just a nigga that just got out of prison and you're just going to, you have to be a part of that work release program. And then, like you said, they get paid to hire those people.
Now they get bond. They get the bond insurance where they actually get paid to keep people that's, you know, just getting out of prison.
And them niggas be working hard, yo. Yeah. I'm talking about those are some of the best workers that they have, because these niggas got shit to lose.
Yeah, you came from not having anything.
Yeah.
Not to brag anything, but I was in prison. I was living very comfortable.
I know.
You know, I was living very comfortable. And,
I know.
You know, and you know, you have people in prison that they have nothing, so they create way. I'm talking, man, listen, the greatest minds is in prison because you have nothing. Right. So you have to create. It's the same thing in the ghetto. You know, don't have anything, so we start to create. Yeah. But we don't know, okay, yeah, we can patent this, or we can trademark this. We don't know, and we don't have the resources to put behind it, so somebody else come and take it. Right. You know, and when they come and take it, you're just like, hey, I'm going to give you a couple $1,000. Right. You're satisfied with that. And then you look, these people making millions off of what you created. You know, so
I see, because I be watching them shows with like dudes in prison and shit like that. And I be seeing some of these dudes, and it's just like, damn, why they didn't think about this when they was out on the street? Like, you see dudes like taking soap and fucking carving out figurines, doves and horses and elephants and shit like that. And I'm like, it's people that are paid for shit like this.
It's one guy, he earned a living in prison making shoes out of chip bags.
Wow.
And you know, everybody was buying sending like little baby shoes and stuff like that, and sending them to their family and stuff like that. Yeah, I seen so much stuff like the cars that they make. Man, I'm talking about they have cars where you pull a string over here, a whole nother car pop up over here.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I see some stuff in prison where it's like, man.
That's what I'm saying. It's like these niggas, they got it, but it's just like you said, when they out on the street, they're not thinking like they're looking at that fast. You know what I mean?
You have to, for you to, a lot of people, for them to actually see and want better, they have to be at their worst, at their lowest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what made me like, man, you know, I was at my lowest. I'm sitting there with handcuffs and realizing money cannot get me out.
Yeah.
I was like, man, it's not
fucked.
for me. You know what I'm saying? So I made the best
Gotta
of
do
it.
something different. Yeah.
When the time comes, you know, I'm gonna have to go a different direction. I mean, that's what I'm doing now. You know, going a different direction. You know, a lot of people, they come out, hey man, you know what, you finna take your chair? What chair? Y'all can have that chair. You know, that chair cost me too much. You know, that's an expensive chair.
What chair? What are you talking about?
You know, they thought I was gonna come back out, you know what I'm saying, got back into
like you gonna be back.
Yeah, like,
because a lot of niggas do.
Yeah, so I told him, man, you wanna support me, man, support Maji, help me build this company. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's think of ideas we can invest legally and stuff like that, you know, and we can build, you know.
Right.
Because I believe one hand washing the other. Now I believe.
Thank you.
And what's the rapper name? I call him one of the greatest philosophers of our time, Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? He got a song saying he want all his niggas rich by summer 17. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. If you around me, I don't want you underneath me.
Right.
I want to be on equal playing field, or you ahead of me. You know what I'm saying? That way there, if I have a situation, you able to help me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always try to pull somebody up, and I want them to pull me up too.
Right.
Everybody, they the man because everybody around them ain't got nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when they step out,
the little people under them.
So they step out, they looking at him, but what about when they put you in a room with everybody on equal playing field? How you gonna manage this?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You can't manage because you really don't have it in you. It's the
and I feel like that's the mentality of a lot of I'm not gonna say black people because I've seen every race do it. It's that crabs in a barrel thing where it's like they want to be the only one with something. You know what I mean?
It's just more in the black community, and you know, and the funny thing is, like, I was thinking about this on the way here. Like, my biggest supporters is actually black women. You have your own water? Oh my God, ladies. They do more than just purchase. They start spreading the word, support.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like they trying to elevate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you tell a dude to be like, yeah, boy, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? They give you that. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I mean? You don't hear from me.
Like, I ain't trying to see this nigga come up.
You know, and that's one thing, especially like around like where I'm currently like up the road, and it's a different demographic. You know what I'm saying? The hood is the hood everywhere you go.
Right.
Once you step outside of the hood, it's like the community sticks together a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? They kind of support each other a little bit more outside of the hood. Yeah. Because the hood, they just, you know, every hood you go to is the same.
Yeah, everybody for themselves because it's rough. You know what I mean? And nobody want to help nobody. So they're like, shit, when I make it, I don't give a fuck about you because you didn't help me. You know? Yeah. But I mean, I'm starting to see some of that change a little bit because I feel like like black people are starting to get woke, that woke movement. So they're starting to be like, you know what, maybe we do need to come together and, you know what I mean, work together and
they starting to see it now. When I realized that was Black Panther. When that movie came out, I noticed a shift because now what ended up happening is black people starting to realize their value. For an example, that movie was the highest gross Marvel movie, and the entire cast was black. Right. How much you think that cast got paid?
Probably pennies.
Iron Man makes $60 million. The guy, the guy played Iron Man.
Yeah, I don't know the name.
Okay, he makes $60 million for playing that role. The whole entire cast of Black Panther got paid $10 million.
Wow, that they had to split.
Chadwick, which was the head star, I think he made like $2 million.
Wow.
Angela Bassett only made like $500,000. Wow. You know, so that's just to show. But people notice. Hey, listen, we have a value. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So now I made this, so I know you need me. You gonna pay me. So now the people starting to wake up, realizing, hey, we have a value. You know what I'm saying? So now that's why if you look at inflation now, It ain't just COVID.
I know.
It's people knowing their value. Hey, you're not gonna pay me this because this is what I'm worth.
Right.
You know, so if you gotta roll over to the consumer, this is what I'm gonna get paid. This is what I'm worth. I'm making you that. So I see a change. It's a, you know, let me see a little.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like, it's that woke movement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, black people ain't just whatever. Okay, yeah, just give me this. It's about the money. Now, like you said, it's like, hold up now. I'm valuable. Like, I'm an asset. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, you need me. You know what I mean? But when you look at shit, really, like, everything that's going on, white people in their movies and stuff, if you ever notice, it comes from, like, black culture. The way how they talk, the slang, oh, it's this for me, and, you know, shit that they say and stuff, like, it comes from black people.
Right.
Like, they don't have their own culture, or, you know what I mean?
Oh, no,
like, anything for themselves.
They do.
What do you really think about? Like what?
How to capitalize off all of it.
Like what?
Like what?
Yeah.
Country music.
Man, the fuck out of here, fucking country music.
You know,
country music is weak.
Yeah, but
and a lot of people don't like country music.
I beg to differ. Country music make more money, right? They get paid a lot more money than any rapper.
But that's because it's white people behind it.
It's who's behind black music?
No, but what I mean is black people are the ones who support their black music. You know what I'm saying?
No. Most of the big rappers that's actually making money is not being made by... I went to Outkast concert. You know all who's in attendance? Whites.
But Outkast get money.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
So you can't use that always.
But what I'm saying is, like, you're saying country music. Like, there's country artists that you probably never heard of that make more money than Outkast.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's because they got their white people behind them, them white people with money.
And blacks also. But the thing I'm trying to show you, but rap music generates more money than country music. Just like football. Football generate more money than baseball, basketball, but they get paid less. Rap music, because if you look at the movies, everything, you look at a commercial, is a hip-hop beat or something. It generates more, but we get...
But you see what I'm saying, though? It's like everything that's behind them comes from, like, black.
Because they have the money to capitalize off our...
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, but that's what I said. Like, they don't have anything for themselves. I mean, yeah, they have country music, but I mean, as far as, like, moving with culture, like, it's on our back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everything that you see is popping. These TikTok videos, these dances and shit. It's black people making these dances. You know what I mean? Like, it was a big thing the other day where they were showing, what's the nigga name on TV? Jimmy Kimmel or something like that with that talk show. And he had all these white people on his show doing these TikTok dances.
Right.
So then that's when they did the movement where they were like banning, nobody wasn't making no more like the black creators.
Right.
They weren't making any more TikTok because it was like, y'all not recognizing us, but y'all putting these white people on, and it's us that's really making the shit.
That's nothing new. Just think about it in the 50s and 60s. We made a song, they made a white group, the white group. So that's nothing. They just know how to capitalize. You know, and we in a capitalist country.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We talk capitalism from the day that, you know, our eyes can see.
Right.
If we see opportunity, capitalize on the opportunity. Some of us, we don't. We just try to capitalize on each other instead of the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So
that's one of the reasons why they say, like, you'll go inside a white store and a Louis Vuitton store, and they have a fucking cotton white t-shirt and they selling it for $1,000. You go in there, you buy it for $1,000. But you go inside a black store, they got that same cotton t-shirt, but it's their brand on it. They selling it for $35. You trying to get it for $20.
Yeah. But I have to say something about it. It's going, like, it's not even about the money, or, for an example, I'm Haitian.
Ça passe.
Right? When you go to a Haitian restaurant, their customer service is horrible. Jamaicans too. Man, let's not pull up that Dutch spot the other day. Man, as soon as you pull up to the window, oh, I don't have this, I don't have... They didn't even say good morning. I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this. I'm like, seriously?
But that food be good as fuck.
The food is good, but the customer service. So now you have people, me, myself, I will go somewhere and pay for customer service, You know what I'm saying? For better customer service. So we have to like, okay, listen, these people are putting money in our pocket. We have to treat them.
Right.
Man, I walked in Burberry, man, I walked in there, they embrace me, you know what I'm saying? When they give you the product, they put in the box is more expensive than the actual shirt. The bag, it's just the experience, you know what I'm saying? So we have to learn how to provide our people with a higher level and a higher quality customer service.
At the same time, though, don't you think that comes from them not having the resources and kind of struggling? Because Burberry, Louis, all those stores, like, they make money, so they're cheery. They're, oh yes, come on in. But these black stores, like I said, people constantly come in there trying to, oh goddamn, this much, this shirt ain't worth it, whatever. So you don't think they have that chip on their shoulder where it's just like,
it could be two, you know what I mean? It could be two ways, but being genuine customer service, that's your business.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So no matter, you know, the customer's always right, even though they always, that's not the case, we still have to conduct ourselves professionally. We still can't, you know, just when somebody come in, like, that made me only want to go back to that restaurant.
But that's why I said it goes both ways too. So them having customer service, and then we as the customers not always coming in because you're black and it's a black store, you're looking for a deal. You know what I mean?
I deal anywhere I go.
Well, some people, but
from that position,
you got to see, like, they don't really have the resources, like how the white people can go and get these loans sometimes, you know what I mean? Because they have that generational wealth, their credit being good, their credit being good, you know what I mean?
Right, but
and then black people, like you say, starting from the bottom, so it's like you...
but that still does not take away of common courtesy. You know what I'm saying? Good customer service comes from common courtesy. You know what I'm saying? If I put up to a restaurant, you don't have this, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna come out and just, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna find a professional way, you know, some polite way to let you know.
So how you think, like, a place like McDonald's is so big? When most of the time you go to a McDonald's, their customer service sucks, their ice cream machine don't work.
Oh, because you know why? Because they are, like you were saying, they already established themselves. But you coming up trying to establish yourself, you want to attract people. Right. McDonald's is crack. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're addicted to the French fries. They're addicted, so you don't have to. It's just like you in the street. Once your product is known,
right,
your customers, they don't even matter. It's going to sell itself. So we have to learn how to attract people, you know, with common courtesy.
Right.
I walk into a restaurant, there's no common courtesy, I'm never going back there again. You know? So common courtesy, no matter what you're saying.
I'll probably be back. If that food good, I'll probably be back.
Nah, it depends how I got treated. You know, it depends how I got treated. It could be good, but, you know, just like I say, I don't go to a lot of Haitian restaurants.
Okay, so what about you go to a restaurant and their customer service is great. They give you extra food and they have a nice day and package it real nice, and the food sucks.
I'll take that. You know why I take that? Because in that situation, somebody trying to come up and they're doing, you know what I'm saying, they're attracting people. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I see somebody on the corner.
But how you gonna make it with nasty food though?
I might go there and support. You know what I'm saying? Just to support.
Not
somebody
me.
Trying to build.
I'll be like, yo, your food sucks.
Yeah, you might get a point. Hey, listen, man, you know the food is not too good, but I would if I had a choice, I would pick
that experience.
I would pick being treated politely than going to somewhere the food is good but I'm being treated like a dog. I would take that, you know, any day. You know, that's just me.
I don't know, Ray.
That's just me. You know.
I don't know, Ray, formerly known as QWENCH.
Yeah, like Prince stars.
Okay. Not for real. I don't know though, because it's like we said, like the Haitian customer service in their restaurants, Jamaicans customer service, like this shit suck, but the food be good. So it's just like no matter what, like somebody be like, yeah, I'm hungry, want to go buy a food, and then you're just like, damn, but they rude as fuck, but that food good as fuck. Yeah. So you thinking about being satisfied more than you going in there and somebody treating you well.
That's how you going against your will. Like, you know, you going grudgingly. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to happily go spend your money. It's like you're forced to go spend your money because that's the option that's available. You know, just like you walk into a lot of these Arab stores in the hood, they treat us bad. You know what I'm saying? But yet we would not stop going to their stores.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's man, you walking in, they looking at you all crazy, you know.
But then again, like there's not many options because most of the stores that you go in are owned by Arabs or some Chinese.
So we have to take the initiative.
Thank you.
We have to, cause I have I have a lot of cleaning clients, right? My cleaning business, and the worst experience that I've ever received is not from white people. You know, when I'm dealing with them, I remember when I was actually going out and cleaning, and I go into their residence. Man, listen, they give me the keys. Oh, matter of fact, I don't have my key. I have keys to these people's houses. Been in their house one time, and they give me keys to their home. Wow. You know, but you go to a black person's house, it's like they watching you. Hey, you can leave. You know what I'm saying? And the Indians and the Chinese are even worse. Like, I mean, like, they're horrible. You know what I'm saying? That's when I realized them people are truly racist.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't think that comes from like PTSD a little bit? Like especially like black people, the Chinese people too, because like
with them not PTSD. With them is they look at how we portray ourselves and they just run with that. But with us, I say it's PTSD.
Right, because it's just like, you know, it's usually your own people that's coming and robbing you and killing you and shit. You know what I mean? Right. That, you know, so it's just like I was just talking to somebody the other day where it was on the news like a couple of years ago. This little black boy, he was like in high school, broke into somebody's house and the person shot him and killed him. And this nigga's sister was on the news on national TV and said, you didn't have to kill him. He just needed some money to go school shopping. How else he supposed to get money to buy school clothes? She said that on national TV. So like basically like you trying to say you supposed to let this dude break in your house and steal your shit that you work hard for because he don't have it.
Was it black or white?
Black!
Okay, guess what? That statement, somebody else looking out, they gonna take that statement and identify that across the board.
Right.
When it
like
comes
all black people.
Yeah, when it comes to black, they take one thing and just spread it. It's unilateral. But everybody else is that particular individual.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, Jimmy shouldn't have did that. You know what I'm saying? Black, man, they ain't gonna say Mike. They'll say, man, them niggas.
Right.
Man, them niggas is horrible. You know what I'm saying? They just gonna spread it across the board.
Just like when you see when they're talking about like something that happened, a black person, something happened in the news and they're like, oh, he's a thug or he's a gangster and you know, but then if it's like a white boy that does the same thing, it's like, oh, he was troubled and he had a bad upbringing, and you know what I mean, like they make it sound like, oh, this is just an isolated situation, but yeah, you're right. And then I feel like that kind of helps with like the stigma of, like you said, like Chinese people or whatever, Arabs, how they generalize because of stuff like that.
Right. You
know what I mean? So it's like they watching the news or something and they just seeing this and be like, oh, yeah, that's how they are.
They have keywords.
You know what I mean?
When I be watching too, like if something going on the news is involving a black male or whatever, they're gonna make sure they incorporate that. You know what I'm saying? 27-year-old black male was caught this or whatever the situation may be. You know what I'm saying? But if it's a white or somebody, they're not gonna say that. They're gonna say 27-year-old man, and that just be the case.
Right.
They gonna like when I got arrested, I had never been in trouble. I had a spotless record.
Never got caught.
Whatever the case may be, according to Johnny Law, I had nothing on my record.
Right.
I'm sitting there watching myself on the news, and I'll never forget they're saying, oh, we have finally apprehended the notorious ringleader.
Wow,
yeah,
really?
I had the newspaper article and everything. So I'm sitting there, finally apprehended. Finally, many of y'all been looking for you. I don't remember ever being sought out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ringleader to what?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What am I ringleader to?
Right.
You know,
making it worse so that like you don't have a chance. Right. Then whatever, even if it's like a trial or something, they're gonna look at it like,
you know what I'm saying? We've been tried by the media. I already lost.
Yeah.
But that's what they do. I still got the newspaper article.
I want to see it.
Yeah. I don't know if I have it on my phone. I had a copy, but that was in several newspapers.
Damn, that's crazy.
They had all the newspapers. It was fun. I'm sitting there, and I was getting newspapers. I'm reading, and I'm seeing all my partners making the news. You know, I remember after me, Deli made the news. You know, when he got murdered, he made the news. Then all of a sudden...
Oh, really? It was on the news?
Yeah, that was
I didn't know.
I had the newspaper article. I had all that, and I was sitting there to collect the articles.
Wow.
And then Clinton and Biggs, they was all over had it in the newspaper. Even when they got it from Jamaica, that was in the newspaper.
And I think somebody killed Big Boy in prison.
I don't know.
I think so.
I don't even know, because I won't even get into that, but that I have.
Because it was weird. I looked it up because there's a site that you could go to that show you all the years and all the deaths in prison.
Right.
And his was like under investigation.
Yeah, but they always gonna say that.
No, because there was some of them that say like the cause of death, heart attack, drug overdose, whatever, and then his was just in quotations under investigation.
What if the police killed them?
But that's what I'm saying. I think somebody killed him in there.
So it's especially up north. They killing people and making it seem like they over. I seen a guy. He had bronchitis really bad, and he had breathing issues. Older guy.
Yeah.
And he ended up dying. Could have been natural causes. Could have been whatever.
Right.
For them to kill the investigation and cover their tracks, when the officers went in there, they planted some K2 in his pocket to say that he was smoking.
Wow.
And that's what killed him. It's just to, he was smoking.
Right. So it ain't no investigation. Just like
right. No, that's what. And everybody knew that this guy does not smoke.
Right.
He had bad breathing. If he walked 10 feet, he got to stop. Asthma.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what they did, just to cover it. So in there, I don't know the details. I normally get all the, in prison we get the news quicker than outside.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear. Some prison stories, man. 18 years, what's the craziest thing that you saw happen in there?
I seen a whole bunch of stuff. I seen too much. What
you seen people get killed?
Yeah, I seen.
Wow.
Yeah, I seen one of the craziest stories I seen. Was, matter of fact, that was last year, towards the end of my sentence, and this guy just went berserk over a tablet.
Wow, really?
His mother bought him a tablet. In prison they got tablets. His mother bought him a tablet, and soon she bought him, son of money bought him tablet. His mother passed. So
wow, so that shit probably has some sentimental value, though.
So they come in there. They have what they call the search team. But the search team is they come from the state. They're not in the prison. They come with the dogs and everything. That'd be the Secretary of State's office that send them with the FDLE. So they come in, do their little search, whatnot, run the dogs through, and hit the other side, the other quad, and they broke his tablet. Because when they come in, they just throwing your stuff. Yeah. They broke his tablet.
Oh no!
So they broke the man's tablet, and the officers are coming to count. Because right now prison is so bad. They where I was at, we count when we wanted to. The police come in, man, we're not locking in. You know what I'm saying? So when they finally get us locked in, they just leave us in there forever.
Damn.
So, man, we're not locking in. So the officer came, and he was one of the good officers at that too. He come through, give cigarettes, all that. He was laid back.
Yeah.
And he came through, and he was like, man, listen, man, y'all don't gotta lock y'all doors, man. Just step in. I'm gonna count y'all, and y'all can come back out. Y'all know the dogs came through. Y'all need to shower, and just step in y'all doors, and I'm gonna count, and y'all can.
And this right after they broke that man's tablet.
Yeah, they had broken and left.
Yeah.
Right. So he come through. He count. So he going to the next quad. It's all glass, so he can look right through. So when he went in there, he was already telling the officer, hey man, I broke my tablet.
Damn.
So when he walked in there, man, the guy just took off. He took off, beat him with a broom, broke the broom, stabbed him, I don't know how many times with the broom, broke his arm, and went on a standoff. I'm not going to, y'all gonna replace this tablet. Yeah. And it was crazy when when he was in the gang, so his gang were like, man, listen, they taught them hey man, just chill. It was crazy because just how it happened, just like that.
But I could imagine because that man probably had pictures of his mom on that tablet, all types of shit, and come on now, that's a messed up thing though, because you in prison or whatever, you still a human being, right? You know what I mean? Treat me as such.
Some of them they don't, and the crazy thing is, it's kind of like the street too, because some people they belong in prison. I ain't gonna sit up here. Yeah. Some people they just idiots. They belong in there. Yeah. It's just unfortunately the officer that he chose was just, I feel he should have touched him.
Yeah.
Real asshole.
That was a good guy.
But I was one that was kind of straight. I seen all type of crazy stuff.
Did you have to fight?
My first fight actually involved a knife.
Who had the knife?
Me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, did you ain't murder nobody?
Nah.
Okay. I'm like, damn, you a murderer too, nigga? Wait, what happened? Come on now, you gotta tell me the story.
I kind of speak Spanish a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. So, Spanish guy, we had a business deal that kind of went bad. So I told him, listen, I'm gonna just reimburse whatever it was.
Right.
So everybody I was involved in the deal, I say, listen, how do you want your money? We can, but that was back then, so we didn't have Cash App,
right.
PayPal, and all the other little easy ways. Cause everybody in prison got Cash App.
Now, right?
Yeah, everybody got Cash App.
Even that damn JPay shit. Yeah, you can send money through that, ain't it?
Yeah, but no, that's money through JPay. Can't in prison. Money is Cash App, like real money.
Okay.
So back then the only thing we had was Western Union, MoneyGram, and I don't even think Walmart was out yet.
Damn.
And so I say, listen, how do you want your money? So this guy was like, hey man, just send it. Walmart to Walmart. I was trying to make little plays in there.
Right.
So he's like, well, you send it Western Union, this guy, MoneyGram, or my people's gonna go pick it up, or when they come to Vizzo, your people's, they'll just meet.
Yeah.
So this guy, he didn't want it Western Union, because he had nobody to send it to. So I told him, man, tell your peoples to go get it. And they're like, no, we're not gonna go get it. So my people's calling his people's like, so now he's upset about something, like he thinking I'm trying to take his money.
Right.
So he's speaking Spanish to his other compadres, not knowing that
you understand.
I kind of understand Spanish. And one of his Spanish partners came to me, was like, hey, listen, I seen him, go get a knife.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah. So I said, man, I ain't worried about him. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really realize how dangerous prison was at the time.
Oh, so, you was like a newbie.
It wasn't that. I just wasn't man, I ain't worried about that. So he so the guy, so my partner, like, man, the guy just told you that he went to go get a knife. You need to go rectify that. Like, nah, you can't go to sleep like that. You in prison. So I'm like, man, I ain't sweating, dude. Man, I ain't worried about him. And turn around, a day or two went by, and my partner like, man, you still sleeping on that? So I'm listening, and they're at the back passing the knife. So when they passed the knife, my partner like, man, you tripping. I said, man, I'm gonna go deal with that. So I grabbed a little 22. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the time I wasn't toting no, we call it fire on the inside.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's a knife.
Yeah, we call it a couple of things. We call it the banger, the fire, that rule. So I was like, man, let me get the deuce. He slid me the deuce. I caught dude in the corner. You know what I'm saying? Caught him in the corner. Do what I had to do. Told man, listen, I ain't even hurt him too bad. Just, man, you gotta go. Pack your stuff. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up leaving. And I run into that guy 5 years later.
In prison?
Yeah.
And what happened?
He didn't even recognize me.
Really?
Yeah, he didn't even recognize me.
And you see how crazy that is? Like, suppose, like, y'all really got into something and, like, he stabbed you up or something crazy, and that man didn't even know your face.
Yeah, he didn't recognize me. He kind of, but didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He probably, like, look like...
he looking at me because, like...
Where I know you from or something.
One day we was standing in the child line, and he asked, like, man, you from Miami? Because this is what has happened. I was like, no, I'm from Broward. He like, okay. So he's like, he asked me another question. I'm like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm looking at him. He knows it's me.
Right.
I know it's him. But it's like he's just unsure.
Yeah.
And that was that. But I always knew from the time he got off the bus and I seen him, I got to keep an eye on him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But that's it's a dangerous spot. A lot of people, they come telling the stories like, it's all sweet and that. And I'm telling you, without bragging, there's nothing in prison that, when it comes to living comfortable, that ain't,
Right.
The only thing I didn't do in prison, I ain't messing no man and I ain't telling nobody. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I done did it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never stick none in my ass either, because a lot of them doing that. You know
yeah,
no. Other than that, I done did it. I done made kids in prison. Kept a cell phone in prison.
Oh yeah, let's talk about this phone. This nigga got the fucking 80s brick phone. Like, where the fuck did that come from?
That's another story. But
what about, like, I heard that there's this thing that these guys are doing in prison where they're putting these pearls in their penis.
I heard about that.
What is that for?
I don't even know. I heard about that. Anything in prison, anything dealing with penis, I stay away from that.
But the thing about it is, who's doing this? It's the other prisoners, right?
Yeah.
So nigga, you just letting a nigga experiment on you, basically. That nigga could possibly cut your shit and cut your dick off.
It's not even that. How you sanitizing it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you could get an infection, your shit fall off, all types of shit. Like, the niggas is crazy.
Yeah, but I done seen everything. I done seen dudes get stabbed up. They don't want to go to medical, and they take a paper clip, turn it into a needle, and stitch each other up. You know what I'm saying? What? I done seen it all. I done seen it all.
Man, so like how many times did you move around? Like how many different prisons were you at?
Probably like 5 or 6.
And where was the worst?
Martin
County?
Martin CI. Yes.
Why was that the worst?
Listen, they call it Murder Martin, and it lives up to that name. And matter of fact, me and Biggs was there at the same time.
Wow.
And I was at Martin. I was at Hardy. That's over there by Tampa, close like Lakeland. And that was a laid-back institution. You might see a fight here and there.
Yeah.
But pretty much it was a gambler's camp. Everybody just gamble. You know what I'm saying? That's the type. They smoke, get high, whatnot. And while I was in there, I was working in education. I was a certified tutor. I got.
That's what's up.
I was teaching GED and stuff, and they needed a teacher at Martin. So out the blue, they wake me up, say, "Hey, you transfer him." And
at this point, you didn't know nothing about it.
I didn't know nothing. I was good. I had just lost the phone, just bought another. Cause in prison, the phones at the time,
it's a commodity.
Yeah, them $12 flip phones you get at Walmart was $400.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I remember your ass would stay hitting me up, and then I won't hear from you for months.
But I kept the phone though. I kept it from 2009 all the way back. I kept the phone. Got my first Galaxy in like 13, like back 2013. Then smartphone. Then I could never go back to a flip.
Yeah.
But anyhow, they wake me up, say, "Hey, you're transferring." So I'm like, transferring? I'm mad because I'm comfortable now.
Yeah.
I'm making no money. You know what I'm saying? I got and I don't know where I'm going. So by the time I get, because when you transfer, it's not you get up that morning and they transfer you to the next institution. It don't happen like that. You wake up, got to go through the whole process, strip, all that there, get shackled,
like you a new prisoner.
Right.
Yeah.
And depending how far you are from the institution you're going, you have to go through reception centers. So I had to go from Hardy to Orlando Reception Center, Central Florida Reception Center, and I was there for like a week.
Oh.
And from there, I got to go to South Florida, which is down in Miami, and I was there for a couple days, and then ended up at Martin. So I get to Martin, and all you hear stories. It's like, hey, it's like Alcatraz. That's
damn.
So you hear the stories. So I get there, as soon as you get off the bus, the officer like, hey, listen, this is your only opportunity to check in. If you check in once you're on the compound, you got to give a name. Check in mean like you're going straight to PC. You know what I'm saying? They call it PM in there, protective management.
Yeah.
So you scared, you want to be on the compound, you can check in now. We're going to put you in PC where you room by yourself behind the door and whatnot.
Yeah.
So you got these tough guys, man. Yeah, man, shoot, man, I've been doing this.
Okay.
So, me, I'm quiet. I don't do no talking, you know what I'm saying? So at that time, I had been in prison 10 years.
Damn.
And, I hit the compound. Soon as I get in the compound, I knew my roommate from another institution. We used to play soccer together.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Right. So he was an old Spanish poppy, and he looked at me. He was like, Q. He said, man, this is not like Hardy.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, he said, this is very dangerous. He had a metal cane because he had back problems. And he's like, if you need that, use it. He kept it right by the door. So I'm like, man, I've been doing this 10 years, man. I ain't worried about that, man. I know how to handle myself. And I'm just telling you, that next morning, going to breakfast, it's like maybe 6 in the morning. We in line and standing there. I'm crispy, got my crisp blues on, brand new reeds on. Got to stay fresh. The other female.
Wait, how you iron your clothes?
Oh, that's a whole nother story. When I'm done.
Okay.
So I'm standing in line. And I just felt the movement because when in prison you get spider senses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, like you can step somewhere and you ready to know.
Feel it, like the energy. Yeah.
So I'm standing in line and I felt something wasn't right. And at that moment, I felt somebody come over my shoulder. And they reached from over my shoulder from behind me and sliced the guy's face that was right in front of me. So blood everywhere. So they fighting me. The dude trying to keep up blood. He lose so much blood till he just like fainting. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, I'm like, man, yeah. So at that moment,
I need that cane.
At that moment, I get back to the dorm. Little partner, I say, hey man, listen man, I got a 50 for you, man. I need some fire. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So I messed around. I put one in the dorm, took one outside on my yard, and buried it in the yard with some, cause a lot of people they keep it on them.
Right.
But you risking yourself because you walking, because you go in the hallway and they'll like, hey, everybody stop. And come back with a metal detector, because it's a dangerous spot. But that's one of those spots. You living like that, not living like that, you gotta stay strapped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let you be like me. I like to hang out. I like to have phones. And you have a phone. You're out in the game.
And then niggas hear about it.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, listen. So I had it like James Bond in there. You walking, I had knives stuck on the wall. You don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? Painted on the wall. You don't even know it. I had a machete this long at one point, and it just that was a day. That was the worst though. It was somebody getting murdered like every 4 months. It'd be a murder.
Wow.
Yeah, stayed on lockdown. Crazy. Yeah, stayed on lockdown.
So where would you say was the most laid back?
Oh my goodness, I was in Prison Paradise.
Where?
South Bay.
Where is that?
Yeah, that's out there by Belgrade.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, man, that's prison.
And that's crazy because Belgrade is so bad.
Yeah,
like Belgrade. Yeah.
Man, listen, that prison there, I did everything me and my partner probably was I think we was the only two on the compound with just Armani watch on this wrist, Armani watch on this wrist, Jordan's on. Matter of fact, I wish I had the video. You don't believe it. I was wiping my ass with money. Literally.
Hell no.
Literally. Like, I'm literally sitting on the toilet.
But you see why niggas be going back to prison? Because sometimes I feel like some dudes, they have an easier life in there than they do outside.
Yeah, because in there, the only thing you gotta worry about is really just you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But some dudes, they go back to prison because they got lovers in there.
Well, yeah, we know that. But I mean, like, you in prison most of the time, a lot of these dudes, because I watched that show, Love After Lockup. And a lot of these dudes find somebody outside that take care of them, send them fucking money, so they got somewhere to sleep. You know what I mean? They got money, like you said, they making money in there. And it's like, I feel like that's why they go back. They're comfortable there. They don't have to work. You know what I mean? They got a bitch on the outside taking care of them, and it's just easy for them.
Yeah, I mean.
But like you said, I know a lot of them that do be like. I watched it's a show that I watch. I forgot what it's called, but it was a dude in there that got his wife on the outside. He had to do like 5 years or something like that. Got his wife on the outside, but while he in prison, he got his bitch in prison. Not a bitch, not a female, a dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
And he's like, yeah, you know, I don't fuck nobody in the ass, but I make them give me head. You know what I mean? It's just like,
you know, that's the thing I never understood. Because in there they call them boys. The boys is the faggot or the gay man. Whatever you want to, you know, when we got
politically correct. Yeah.
Apologize. But and then you have, I guess, the boyfriend. The boyfriend feels just because he is pitching and not receiving, he is not gay. He's not gay. And I'm like, hold on, you're a whole homosexual, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's
or bisexual, whatever you want to call it, because they still mess with women.
And that's what I never understood. How you're messing with the same sex, but then you're saying you're not a homosexual. Right. I never understood that. Yeah. And that's a concept that a lot of them, have in their mind, like.
So they don't see nothing wrong with it.
Right, like, nah, and it just never
and they got wives and girlfriends on the outside that have no clue.
That was the craziest thing. I went to visit, right, there was this one dude, stayed fresh, you know what I'm saying, like, handsome guy, and had two of the baddest chicks coming to see him. Wow. I be sitting in Vizzo, he be sweating my table, I'm sweating his table. You know what I'm saying? You can like, man, who that came to see you? Like, man, that's just my friend, you know what I'm saying? Like, and every weekend he's out there. And turn around, this man didn't even have long to go home, and there was a homosexual, politically correct,
rainbow people.
Yeah, the letter people. That's what I call them. And turn around, he's messing with this, you know.
Oh, he couldn't just wait.
And this man have two of the baddest. I'm talking about models coming to see him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The pussy was probably bad.
So he probably just weak.
That booty was tighter than they pussy. That's why.
I'm sitting there like, man, that's crazy.
But yeah, that's how it is for real. Because I watched that show and I'm just like, this nigga got a whole wife, whole girlfriend. I mean, I don't know what she looked like, but somebody taking care of him while he in there. Somebody that's gonna be there for him when he get out. And he got this dude that he messing with in there. Like, if you can't just jack off, the fuck?
I got tired of jacking off. I did.
Damn. Oh, I seen that they be making that thing with the toilet tissue roll and the towel and shit.
Yeah,
and the Vaseline.
Never did that.
That's what it's called, Fifi.
Yeah. Yeah, I never did that. But I got tired of it. I'm gonna get an officer.
Well, okay, so yeah, tell me about that. So wait, that's who you have a baby with?
No. I was with the officer for like 4 years. And
did they ever find out that you and her were dealing?
Nah, they never did.
Wait, so where did y'all go and have sex? Like the broom closet?
We on air. I'm not gonna.
Oh, nigga, you ain't not no more. We gotta know what be going on.
I'm doing it for the people.
Because I be watching Orange Is the New Black and shit, and I see they be going and fucking in the broom closet and
but
stuff.
I'm not gonna, you know, you might have officers, officials, you know, you're not gonna.
They know that shit be going on.
Yeah, they know, but I'm not gonna say how it was happening. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I have brothers, you know, still in that situation. I want to.
Y'all had a glory hole?
Nah.
She'll just put her booty up against the.
Nah, we was bold. Yeah, we was bold. We had teams, like, you know what I'm saying, like I was messing with her and
you got somebody looking out.
Her co-worker, her friend, you know what I'm saying, she had a boyfriend there. And we just made sure they always worked on the same shift. You know what I'm saying? And
wait, but did they have like dudes on the outside and y'all was just like they side nigga in prison?
Nah, when I was messing, we had no dude on the outside. Okay. But this is how we did it. You know, we looked out. We made sure that party when they doing their thing. Yeah. We'll be looking out, and we'll fight. I almost got caught a couple times, but we just you know swapped, and it was like that for like 4 years.
So how did you end up having a baby or getting somebody pregnant?
Okay, you seen that picture of me on Facebook with I had the blue hat on while I was still in prison, like I was sitting in the car.
I think so. I seen a lot of fucking pictures. And everybody
they thought I was out. This was like 2017. And everybody was like, bro, you out. I'm not going to say how it happened, but I was able, you know what I'm saying, to pull strings and do things that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because, like, I always tell people, like, how you did that? Well, I left the street. I'm not the bad. I did what I wanted. Right. So when I got in there, I'm going to do what I want. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to, like, reduce how I live or accept the lower standard. Right. Because you did. Right. So I was like, man, you know what? If I want something, I'm going to get it. You know what I'm saying? So when I felt like, hey, man, you know what? I don't want to wear what a lot of people, they had G-Shocks, they were smuggling and stuff like that, selling in there. I don't want a G-Shock, man. I want an Armani watch. You know what I'm saying? So next thing you know, I had an Armani watch. Then I had two of them. You know what I mean? So you know, so
you still had that hustler mentality. That shit ain't going on. You still do now.
No, I mean, yeah, it's a mentality. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Some people, they have it's called an innate character trait. Some people, they have a character trait that's natural born in them, is bred in them, and some people, they have acquired talents. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like an acquired skill. Right. Like you have some people, they draw with their eyes closed since they were born. Yeah, some they can draw, but they have to go learn. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with hustling. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. Hustling is just an ambition. You know what I'm saying? Because you have people, they could sell anything. Like, who is it? Kobe. You know what I'm saying? He's just good with his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can pretty much sell. He just don't think he realized that yet. Right. But he's just good with his mouth. He can sell things just by talking. Know it. He probably started. You know what I'm saying? So that's the innate quality. You know what I'm saying? So you have to learn how to use that and turn that into your hustle. You know what I'm saying? Me, I just learned, for an example, like I got the cleaning business that's providing a service. Right. And I have to find all type of resources and learn about how to go and how to make it prosperous. You know what I'm saying? But with this, it's just selling itself. Yeah. Why? Because I learned that I'm better at selling a product, because that's what I've been doing, always known, than selling a service, providing a service. So we just have to find our niche. We just have to find what we're good at, what's natural in us, and turn that into the money. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, you're going to take a lot of work to learn that skill.
Exactly, yeah, because like you said, selling a service, I think, is a lot harder than selling a product. Especially something like water. It
depends. Like, for example, Kobe, I think he's good at selling the service because he's good at, you know, but me, I've never been a speaker.
Right.
I've always been the quiet, reserved type, and I just try to capitalize on where, hey, you know what, I can sell this, and I'm gonna go sell it. A product that actually sells itself, that don't require me doing much talking.
Right.
You know, so now this is a product that sells itself, because everybody, all 8 billion people on the face of this earth is addicted to water. You know.
So is there anybody that you were locked up, like you said, you know, some of the people in there, you were like, you know, just back me with this. So is there anybody that you were locked up with that you're like, either that they're out now or they're still in there, that you're like, yo, I got a spot for you when you get out, I got you a job, you know what I mean?
No, I got many people.
Yeah.
I have my barber. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to, you know, Detroit, all the way from Detroit. Bevel Blades, that man, his skill with the barber is just immaculate.
And that's something that he learned in prison?
Nah, that's something he been doing, but in there that became his bread and butter.
Right.
And he got out, and that's what he's doing. And to this day, he still cuts my hair.
That's what's up.
You know, he was cutting my hair in there. He still cut my hair to this day.
That's what's up.
Peace out there, you know, Mango Man. I know everybody know Mango.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Me and Mango was together, worked on the same squad. I taught Mango how to use a weed eater. You know what I'm saying? We still communicate. You know what I'm saying? He doing this. It's a bunch of people that, you know, that I was in there, because I try to surround myself with people that was trying to go somewhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. If you was just like
have that prison mentality,
I'm not trying to, you know, because it's a different set of laws in there. It's a totally different set of laws in there. It's not like the outside.
Right.
You know, so I try to people that was not stuck in the prison mentality.
Yeah.
For example, in prison, like, if somebody's outside that door right now, we're having this podcast, you know, if somebody's outside the door, a group of people, they're making noise, you know what I'm saying? Respect will tell you, hey, you know, it's people in there, they, you know, doing something productive. In prison, they don't respect that. They be doing it, and you be like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying, I'm here trying to sleep.
Now nigga want to fight you.
You know what I'm saying? They be like, man, you in prison.
Okay.
So now, I always thought because you're in prison, it gives you the, you know what I'm saying, the grounds to disrespect some, you know, so these are the type of mentality people have in prison.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Common courtesy, if you live next door to somebody blasting music, they're going to call the police. Now you got a noise pollution disturbing the peace.
Right.
But in prison, it's like, oh, you in prison, so I'm allowed to disrespect you, because I'm allowed to be disrespectful.
And that's the thing, a lot of the fucking COs and shit, they allow that shit. They're not gonna step in and try to stop it. They know that it's a nigga don't like you and nigga want to fight you and shit. Some of them be knowing.
It's a different rule for them too.
Yeah.
In prison, it just kind of like the street. We don't get involved with the law.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then in there, it's like, it becomes a bigger problem when they get involved. You know what I'm saying? Say for an example, 2 people going through it, and one let's just say a dude got stabbed up and he goes to the police.
Right.
Trying to, hey, I need to go to medical.
He's a snitch.
He's a snitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they come grab the dude that stabbed him, and so they're like, man, he done told on me, man. Like, but the dude,
worse.
Right. So now, but the dude genuinely just got stabbed.
Right. He need help.
Might have internal bleeding. He might have whatever the case may be, and he trying to get the medical. I don't see people die trying to walk the medical.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? They instead of, you know, hey man, send medical down here, man. They actually, man, they try to walk, and boom, fall down and die. You know what I'm saying? Just because, you know, I'm not seeing all type of stuff in prison though. Yeah.
Man, I'm just glad that you're out of there and you doing positive things, because just like all the stories you just told, that is not the place to be.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Unless you mean use that, you know.
I mean, yeah, but even still, like you said, like some of the shit, you move to a new spot and a nigga gets slashed in his face right in front of you, like shit like that. It's like, even if you're in there making money or doing positive things, it's still just the shit that's going on around you that's just like, how can you live like this and be comfortable? You know?
I know towards the end of my sentence, boy, it got harder and harder, because, you know.
Yeah, because the time you're just like,
damn, I'm ready to get out of here.
Yeah.
And then I made it out with the work release, and it sent me back.
Why?
And I'm sitting there. That's a whole nother story.
Oh gosh.
You know, they thought I was illegal in the country. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they did. They thought I was.
Wait, you was at ICE for a little while?
No, everybody thought I was at ICE.
Oh, okay.
But they sent me back because they was saying, I'm not a U.S. citizen. I'm like, I'm not a U.S. citizen.
They was just trying something, boy.
Right. So they sent me back to prison, saying when I'm done, ICE gonna come get me. I'm like, y'all tripping. You know, and sure enough, walked right out the gate. Showed him my certificate of citizenship.
Right.
I mean, since I was a kid, my parents were citizens. I was a kid.
Right.
So that was that situation. So I had battles after battles. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I got locked up in Broward, and that was one battle. Fighting that battle, I had to go fight a battle in Miami. You know what I'm saying? I had to deal with stuff down there, and then it was battle after battle. But one thing, when somebody work out at the end of the week, 6 months, they appreciate what they see. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what you see. A diamond. Diamond not created from just laying in the dirt.
Oh no.
Now it's created from pressure. You know what I'm saying? So
apply that pressure.
So you ain't got no pressure on you. You ain't doing nothing. Right. You know what I'm saying? If you fold under pressure, you ain't meant to be a diamond. You're a cubic zirconia. You know what I'm saying? Just truth of the matter. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be a diamond. You know what I'm saying? Right. Some rubies. You know what I'm saying? Some topaz.
Not to lessen your value, but you just
everybody can't be a diamond. Everybody can't. But the thing is, if you are a topaz, you know what I'm saying? That's what. That's the amount of pressure that you couldn't withstand. Right. You know what I'm saying? Don't know your lane. Because a lot of people, they try to put more on themselves. It's people like, oh, God's not going to put more than you can bear. Nah, God didn't you put that on yourself. Right. It might not be the decision you're making right now, but a decision made 2 years ago, this is the ramification 2 years later. Just like me. It's decisions I made over a period of time. I thought I was getting away. Exactly. And here it is. I want to pay half my adult life, right? If no matter fact, my whole entire adult life. My entire almost 20 years. You know what I'm saying? For decisions that I was making, as a kid. That's why I see kids today, they think they're so smart. And I'm like, man, listen, I already see where it's going. Yeah. There's no way around it. I already see where it's going. So,
sometimes people gotta make their own mistakes because you tell them, like, look, I've been there, and they think they're invincible. Right. So
it's not about making mistakes. It's knowing what you can stand. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. If you're a topaz, know this is how much pressure you can stand. Right. Because now you might try to put yourself in a situation where you cannot withstand that much pressure. I seen people kill themselves. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was sitting in confinement. I did 6 months in confinement, and I'm looking out my window, and the dude just swinging in his cell. Wow. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't handle the pressure. He killed himself. Damn. And I've seen that dude jumped over the rail trying to kill himself. I've seen the story over and over because they can't handle the pressure. So, but
when they was out on their street, boy, they was living life. Right.
Yeah. So, even in there, you know what I'm saying? You try to run in a league that's not, a lot of these dudes, they go to prison and try to get involved with gangs, and they don't really realize that's not what they want. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't see dudes, they gonna get in the gang, and as soon as they get in the gang, and they like, man, here, they give him a knife. Hey, man, we need such and such on the plate. We need you. You know what I'm saying? Right. And you're not built for that. You're not built for that. But it's an option. You got a choice now. Right. It's either you're gonna get stabbed for not stabbing them. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or you gonna stab them and you get. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you wasn't prepared. You don't know what you was getting yourself into.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's just how it is. I've seen it over and over.
Well, like I said, I'm so glad that you're out, you back here, and you're doing good, positive stuff, and I just see it's only up from here.
No, you know what I'm saying? I already been at the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
So what's your IG where people can find you or follow you?
Oh no, Maji Spring Water on Instagram. Maji Spring Water on TikTok. You can contact me directly at 407-764-0512. This is the phone you want when you call that.
The brick phone, the old school brick phone, y'all. That's the phone it works. Yeah. It's real. So, I witnessed it. This shit sound like a whole boombox when it ring.
Yeah. So also at Maji.com, website. And this is the promo bottle. You know what I'm saying? The labeling, this is official water, but it's the labeling.
But y'all see it's legit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay tuned, because instead of that Zephyr Hills and shit like that, y'all need to be copping this Maji.
Oh, so Zephyr Hill, I'm not gonna call out a specific name, but a lot of the waters that people drink, anything that's like purified water, should be avoided.
Right. Or drinking water.
Right, drinking water. Even a lot of stuff that say alkaline water.
Oh yeah, because a lot of these waters that say alkaline, they're in plastic bottles. It's not supposed to be in a plastic bottle. It's supposed to be in glass, and it's supposed to be dark.
Not even that. That I agree, but it get more. A lot of people they're putting. I'm trying to think the scientific name is bicarbonate. Something's bicarbonate. Some sodium. I can't remember the full name.
They're adding.
It's baking soda. That they're adding to the water
to call it alkaline,
because they'll raise the alkaline level, but it's artificial.
Right.
It's not from the natural minerals that's occurring in nature. Right. See, with Maji, it's the natural minerals that's occurring in nature. You know, and you have a lot of there's one water. You look at the back. It says ingredients.
Right. How water got ingredients?
It just say simply water, unless you're giving the minerals that's in the water.
Right.
It has ingredients.
There's one, I can't remember which one, but it says purified water, but when you look at the back of it, where the source where the water comes from, it says Miami Municipal Water.
Right.
Municipal is city, so that's city water.
Right, so see, when it's anything purified water, the water source, it could be from anywhere. Anywhere. It could be purified sewer water. You know, they just add
chemicals to take out the germs and
all that. They add it, and they have to have it certain parts per million underneath the certain parts per million, the microbes and all that there, and it's certified. Hey, this is drinking water. Yep. So you can go get a case of 24 or 48 for $3, but what are you drinking?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You taking the same water you flush down the toilet, and then just
adding some shit in it, and here you drink this, and then wonder why you're sick.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So for a water to be labeled spring water, it cannot go through that process.
Right. It comes from a natural spring.
It's from a natural spring, and it go through a small process. You know what I'm saying, to make sure that it's not
just to take out like rocks and shit like that out of it. Yeah.
Even the rocks are actually, that's where the minerals are at.
Yeah, because that's like how they show when people are like in the wild or something like that, and the way how they purify their water, they put the coal and the rocks and shit like that, and then you put it through that, and the coal soaks up all the fucking bacteria and all the bad stuff. Right. And then you can drink it.
But even if you don't drink Maji, I encourage whoever do not drink that purified.
Man, fuck that. Drink that motherfucking Maji water. You see what I'm saying? Support black businesses. This black man doing good things. He done been through some stuff. He turned his life around. And support the shit. Support. Why not? You buy Zephyr Hills. You buy Publix water. You buy Dasani, and Dasani tastes like lead to me. You know what I mean? So why not?
Oh, this the tasting. What I tend to do, because a lot of people are like, man, why are you not out selling bottles? I'm like, I'm not. That's not my aim. You know, I got a bigger purpose. So a lot of times I pass out the water, and I don't really tell people, hey, you know, this is my water. So recently, it was an event, and I brought water. You know, just, hey, I'm a sponsor. Here goes some water. And I'm sitting at the table, and I hear he had to be probably like in his teenager, maybe 17, 18. And I just heard, this was 3 days ago, and I heard, damn, this water's busting. And I turned around and look, this man had this water in his hand, like, wow. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, you know what? Because everybody that drinks it, they like, man, where did you get this water from? Good. Like, the quality of it, you know, is good. It's very good quality. It tastes good. Somebody say it tastes better when it's chilled. You know, some say it tastes better when at room temperature.
Yeah, I like room temperature water.
For me, it isn't. It just the water.
It's just water, you know? And your body actually absorbs it better when it's room temperature, because when it's cold, it shocks your system and shit. You know what I mean? I know some stuff, y'all.
So, you know, but a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people they enjoy the quality of the water, and I surely do too. You know.
Well, Ray, formerly known as Quench, you know what I'm saying? It's always good. You definitely got to come back, and we got to, in a year, I want you to come back, and we going to talk about this, see where you at with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, we going to manifest this shit. In a year, you going to be in fucking grocery stores, fucking Walmart, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And motherfucking Breathe Easy, Ray, formerly known as Quench, Maji Water founder, right? Founder of Maji Water. Y'all check it out. Stay tuned, because it's gonna be everywhere, and y'all gonna be drinking this shit, and y'all gonna be healthy and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Breathe Easy, motherfucking Tea True, my boy Ray, formerly known as Quench. We out.
All right.
Hey, 2 times, motherfucker. Motherfucking Tea True.